Hello, group. Welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, I'm going to rank one of my favorite bands. There's 7 records, the Donnas. The Donnas is basically the second generation of the Runaways. The Donnas was literally born when the Runaways was breaking up in 1979. And I don't mean forming the band in 1979 with the Donnas. I mean they were being born. And, beginning to crawl on the carpet. So, they met later in junior high, in the 8th grade, and by the time they graduated from high school, they became determined they were going to make it and be a professional band and be a full-time band. And for a number of years, they were. So, we'll get to what happened to them soon. 7 records in the order that I like them. Okay? You may have a different order. You have a different order? Go ahead in the comments and give us your order of the 7 Donna records. All 7 are available on YouTube, so you don't have to own them. Listen to them on YouTube, come back, give your opinion. But this is how I rank them. As an old man that likes his sleaze rock and a bit of humor. So that is what's going to influence how I choose the ranking of my 7 records. I enjoy them all, but this is how I rank them. Like choosing between children. My number 7 is their debut, the Donnas, self-titled. They were still in school, and they loved their Ramones. You hear that real good. A young man was helping them write the songs for this debut. After this record, the Donnas wrote their own material, period. There's a couple bits of song doctors coming in, or at least a song doctor coming in. But basically, it's the band writing everything. So this, look how young these girls look. Very Ramones-like, and short songs. They do a bunch of bonus tracks for this on the CD edition. So, nice fun listen, but still early in their musical skills. So, number 7, the Donna self-titled. I might get slapped by the girls for this one. My number 6 is their last record. Remind me, Bitching. And I love the cover. Being the old perv. But by this time, the young women formed their own label to release this record. They lost their major label contract. Decided to release it themselves. It's, if you want to tell me this is the most accomplished record in many respects, the first track, Bitching, is for the guitar player, Allison Robertson. This is, that track, she's showing off what she can really do with the guitar, what the band can do. In every record, the band kept growing in what they're able to do as musicians. This does not necessarily translate for me as a more favored record every time. But here, very darn good record. But the songs, even after all these years, this was released. Okay, I'm going to consult my notes. For Bitchin' came out in 2007, which is now 18 years now. And, doesn't stick to the bones. Good songs, but for whatever reason, not their best material, in my opinion. I can easily see other people really disagree with that. So, my number 6 is Bitching. Number 5. I'm really going to get slapped for this one. Because in many respects, it's for the singer, Brett Anderson. It's her best lyrical work and best singing work, I think. Gold medal. This is them, dumping the sleaze. You ever get the idea I like my sleaze? I do. And so there's some sleaze to this record. Some unladylike lyrics. They're there. But Brett, as a lyricist, she matured. And some of these songs, Don't Break Me Down and Fall Behind Me, absolutely wonderful lyrics. Not what I signed up for, but they're really good lyrics for a young lady, meaning to her and to other young women. The first 2 songs, I Don't Want to Know, Friends Like Mine, good songs, good start, and this is their transition into becoming mature recording artists. This came out when? In 2004. So they're coming into the mid-20s. Okay? Well, about 25. So they were born in 1979. Yeah. Maybe I'm a creep. Maybe that's true. But for me, damn good record. I love the record. But if I gotta rank them, it's my ranking, not yours. It's number 5. But I see a lot of people, I can easily see a lot of people saying, higher for gold medal. And they should not. Hey, my ranking, give yours in the comments. Now we're getting into my belt rack. A bit of sleaze, a bit of bad girls. You know, very much like their forebears, the Runaways. They're out of school, they're allowed. American Teenage Rock and Roll Machine. This is their second record. It's a big leap from that Ramones inspired debut. They got a bit more chops. And it's all fun. No duds here. No duds for me. None of the other records, I wouldn't call anything on the other records a dud. No. I can honestly say I like every Donnas song. But for a certain level, like every song here, I like it. And it's their second record. Just a nice it's not always sleaze, but it is just respectful to how a young lady's supposed to behave. I like that. Number 3. The record following American Rock and Roll Machine. American Teenage Rock and Roll Machine. Get Skin Tight. Shorter title that I can keep track of. Big leap musically. All fun. All the good sleaze. These last two records, American Teenage Rock and Roll Machine and this, we're getting to perfect records. They're perfect. All killer, no filler. Okay? And I got two of my favorite songs on this one. I think it is my favorite Donnas song, period. I Didn't Like You Anyway. Oh, I hope it wasn't about a guy like me. Boring. That's my favorite song by the Donnas. Hell of a job. Hot Boxin' is pretty darn good too. Really good record. Not even 21 years old yet. 1999. 99, yeah, they were 20 years old for this record. Really good record. And a couple of my absolute favorite songs. No duds. Get Skin Tight. Let's get to number 2. Let me consult my notes here. Grab the cover. Turn 21. You just see that picture? See the transition between here and here in just a couple years, okay? Well, that's the cover. You look at the back cover where it gets Skin Tight. Amazing what yellow makeup will do, huh? Ooh, you know what I realized? I didn't put on my makeup today for this video. Oops. Hope you don't mind. So, that should be a habit by now, shouldn't it? But anyways. Absolute killer record. It's the most consistent of their records. Mind you, I like every song, but it is the most consistent of their 7 records. Which might mean in the future, if you ask me again and I forget what I did today, this could become my favorite Donnas record. But it's number 2 right now. Hot Pants. You know, towards the end of the record, it sounds like they had some holdover ideas from Skid Skin Tight. Hot Pants, Give Me a Ride, and a big leap in production as well. Not just the work on the cover. Really good cover art here too. So, just their fourth record, getting up in skill. Really good record. That's my number 2 favorite Donnas record. Could be my number 1 in the future if consistency becomes more important to me. My number 1, my favorite Donnas record, Spend the Night. Their 5th record, I think they hit it. They absolutely hit the peak. The riffs, especially on the first 3 songs of this, the riffs and the groove, absolutely perfect. It's on the Rocks, Take It Off, Who Invited You. Those 3 songs, those riffs, those grooves by the rhythm section, absolutely amazing. And yeah, I just said that the one song was my favorite. It's now on my head because I turned the page. Because those 3 songs, that is amazing. It's amazing. What a riff. It's on the Rocks, Take It Off, Who Invited You, and as well as Too Bad About Your Girl. Amazing riff, amazing groove. Absolutely darn close to a perfect record, if it isn't a perfect record for me. The top 4 are about perfect, but the musicianship on these 2, they're leaping record after record. And even at the end, the musicianship is improving every record. Doesn't necessarily mean I like them better, just because they're improving more and more. This is their peak, in my opinion. And even the lyrics are beginning to mature. And when you get to gold medal, that's when Brett Anderson really hits the peak as a lyricist. Absolutely great band. All on YouTube. All available. And you should be able to find them somewhere. Whatever format you like. Hopefully they're on vinyl. And because I'm noticing they are reissuing Donna's compilations and whatnot. The business is not completely dead. The records are still coming out there. There's no new songs. What happened to the young women, you ask? Well, 2 of them, I have no information. Allison, the guitarist, did form a band with the bass player, the founding bass player from Nashville Pussy, Corey Parks, and Jessica Curls, if I remember correctly. I would love to hear what that sounded like between Corey Parks and Allison Robertson on guitar. That, especially as they became more mature as musicians, And Corey Parks hopefully has tamed her chemical intake. That Natural Pussy is not exactly a straight edge band, okay? Straight edge band by no means. But her chemical intake couldn't get her into the third record from Natural Pussy. But Corey Parks does sing a song on What's Over My Shoulder Over There. I'm not covering up. There. And the anniversary of the Nuggets collections. The guitar player for Patti Smith is also the person who put together the Nuggets collections. And so they did a 50th anniversary concert, or a series of 50th anniversary concerts, playing many of those classic Nugget songs that they collected for the compilations of Nuggets. And Corey Parks is there to sing a song. A Chambers Brothers song, in fact. So, I would love to hear that band. Is there anything laying around? Maybe there's something on YouTube that I missed. I should look it up. But they didn't release anything officially. The drummer, Tori, well, what happened to the Donnas? What happened was the business dried up. They released this on their own record label. The money dried up. Especially the touring money dried up. And if the money's not there, you may love music, and they assuredly do, but you gotta make a living too. So the singer, Brent Anderson, she went and got 2 master's degrees from Stanford University, if I remember correctly. She studies old people. Doesn't resemble me, right? Maybe. Maybe it does. The drummer, Tori, cough break. Tori went to Ivy League school and got her legal degree. Ivy League legal degree. She's a lawyer. She's in Texas. She's doing quite well, I'm sure. So, just a bass player we haven't really heard from since the breakup of the Donnas. I hope Maya Ford is doing fine. And that's what happened to the Donnas. There's no money. I mean, they broke up the band. They were only 30. To be has-beens, well, not has-beens, but the business, it's difficult to make music nowadays and make a living. And so Brent and Tori went, time to go back to school, because they didn't go to college after high school. They were on the road with these 7 records. And the money dries up. Time to go back to school. And they did. 2 master's degree for Brent. And she sang the theme song for that 90s show. The update of the 70s show. The theme song is sung by Brent Anderson from the Donnas. But mostly, she's doing what her 2 master's degree allows her to do. Study old people. And the drugs we take. Whatever. She's doing fine. And Tori with her Ivy League law degree. She's in Texas. She's okay. And hopefully so is Maya Anderson. And they're okay. You know, of course, now they're turning 46 years old this year. Not to make anyone feel old. 1979. The Runaways broke up and I graduated from high school. Oh well. So, that's what you need to know about the Donnas. Go listen to some Donnas music. It's great. This is a great band. That is. Because the music is here on YouTube and on physical for a reasonable price, I'm sure. So go explore some Donnas. Fresh music. If the Donnas are semi-new to you, or you don't have all 7 records, you get some fresh music to explore. Fresh music is as important as fresh food. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell. Leave a comment. What's your favorite Donnas albums? Your favorite Donnas songs? Approach it any way you like. What do you remember and love about the Donnas? And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, and classic and legacy bands, and yes, the Donnas are considered an action rock band. You know, they were a cornerstone of the action rock movement and its birth at the turn of this century. And I'm happy to give you this ranking and remind you how great the Donnas were as a live band, are as physical media, and great songs, lots of great songs, dozens of great songs, however you define it. The Donnas was a really good band, and you should listen to them more, like I did today, to prepare for this. It was a good time. I enjoyed myself, and I think you will too. So, that's the spiel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.